Borderlands. I didn't even get to play Borderlands.
That was, I forgot I had it. Wait for Sony and get my money back.
Ronnie, how you doing? Notice anything, Ronnie?
Oh, you're live, I know.
Yeah, but you go in and take a look. I'm good, and I'm doing real good. You see the right-hand corner of that up there?
Hang on, I can look at your stream.
I showed you something on your phone yesterday.
Yes.
Good morning, Lion.
Your your camera.
Yeah. Good morning, Funny Bone. What's that little icon beside the mic mean? Oh, camera. Okay.
Hi, Ronnie.
Why'd I fold that? That helper needs to be fired. Actually, he quit. He's supposed to finish plowing this field for me while I did the soil samples.
Hence why I bought Dead Island Definitive Edition. I was like, did I get it from PlayStation Now? I'm like, $3.99? I'll buy it. I gotta re-download Defender Pierce Red Redemption 2.
Alright, I need to get
Farmer
this tractor
Pierce,
back.
I don't know if you know him, but
Ironic.
he invited me to play Red Redemption 2.
Red Dead?
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2. I have it. I got that like 3 days before it came out.
Push anything in the yard?
The reason Big Duck wasn't on last night is because they were both in the first mood, I guess. I don't know.
I haven't even looked at that piece of equipment yet. This map is too small. The fields are too small for that combine, Ronnie.
Which one?
The John Deere X9 1100.
I'm using it.
I figured you were. Let's get this sliver over here. I don't want to come back to do that. Dragonson, how you doing? Notice anything different in the upper right hand corner of that there, Dragon? Yeah, it's a face reveal. Probably about 2 more samples on this field and we'll be done. I haven't given it much thought yet, Ronnie. One step at a time. He's asking, what's everybody doing today? And if I'm not mistaken, Funny Bone is going to be going to work here in a little bit.
Yes, I have to work today, Ronnie. My weekend, it's St. Patty's Day weekend, so I work Thursday through Sunday, Ronnie.
Being it's St. Patrick's weekend, ooh, corned beef and cabbage coming up.
We're not serving corned beef and cabbage.
And why not?
Because everybody around us will be doing a St. Patty's Day special like that. So we're doing cheese and pastrami platter special for dinner tomorrow night.
That's not very St. Patrick.
Wow. Oh, we're doing a corned beef and like hash egg benedict special.
Well, you got the corned beef at least.
Yes.
Alright, I got those samples. Let's see, where do I need to go next for sampling? I need to make sure this field's plowed first before I do. Stop this tractor for a minute. Alright. Save. Save the work. Always save the work. Got some red streaks in there. Should be done, just about done raining here. Might be able to do some harvesting. The rain put a little damper on me this morning. I think that's right there. Okay, I'm headed for it. Alright. Well, it's a needle in the haystack looking for those red dots. Okay. I bet I know what one of them is. Millennial Farms. Got it. Cool. How'd I know? Alright. These red dots are a pain. Okay. Did I get it?
5 or 6 maps installed on console and about 15 on PC.
I got quite a few maps on the console. I think I got about 5 or 6 of them. Alright, that took care of that. There's one more red dot I need to get rid of. Back over here. There it is.
I lost all my gauge saves.
What?
Farming.
When you do that?
I don't know. Oh, I lost the racetrack.
Hmm.
You gotta upload, if you upload them to the cloud, you can get them back.
The PlayStation Plus or whatever.
Yeah, you're supposed to upload your save games and get them back.
I bet he don't do that. I bet you don't do that on a regular basis, Funny.
I always upload my save games. Doesn't matter what game it is, they're always uploading.
Cool. Now I got it. Let's see what I need to do here.
I know I saved it. I know I did. How do I check to see if it's in there?
What, in the cloud?
They're
Yeah.
cloud, yeah.
Saved it in online storage, manage save data,
Yeah.
and then download the system storage.
Yeah. It's in the game. You push the options button to upload, and you go over and download those uploads.
Alright, Ronnie.
I'll be pissed if I lost my racetrack. Good friend of mine built me that.
Have a good one, Ronnie. Thanks for popping in.
I gotta do something here before I forget.
And then I select Farming Simulator.
Alright, that's doing that. It quit raining. I guess I'll hold up on this other project here.
Do you want
Get
to
this harvester
overwrite
started.
the save data? It's asking me, do you want to overwrite save data?
Oh yeah. Now we're back into harvest mode. I knew he was gonna do that. Austin, how are you doing on this fine morning? It's Friday, for one thing.
said last night, that my work was working for front counter people.
What is a break day? Oh, I know what you mean. Okay, alright. Never mind. Shocked. It's not showing it.
Jeez. There go change.
I kind of figured that.
Oh, good.
Did it save it for you?
Yes, it did.
Manually. That way I don't lose any information.
Well, when I'm in rest mode, I set it up to upload automatically at night. So I can, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I've been doing pretty good.
Sleep.
Getting ready to do some outside work. It won't be long, I'll be cutting grass.
Already?
Already. Yes, Funny Bone. I live in Georgia. You should know by now.
Yes.
And if you got the right kind of grass, up where you live, it stays green year round.
Mm-mm. Should have been around when we had that drought.
Still have snow underground?
No, it's all melted.
Well, what color is the grass? Green?
Like a brown.
Oh.
Like a greenish brown.
That's good to hear.
Oh, man.
Alright, let's see what we got up on this other end here. Still looks like a round. See what the helper does. Oh. iPhone. What kind of grain trailer? I don't have a grain trailer. I have 2 dump trucks. Not for this map. No trailer involved. This is what I have. This one's for the animals, and this one's for transport. You see any trailers? I don't. A lot of times you'll see me with dump trucks more than you see me with a tipper trailer. Now, if it's going to be on big fields and so forth, that's when I bring out the semis with the tipper trailers. And I'm more apt to use the most latest one that's available with the 1.1 one bin trailer.
Would that be the rigid pack?
No, that'd be the belly dump.
The SX70 pack?
You got it. And more precise, it'd be the beep beep Roadrunner.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, if it's just somebody would just do the Coyote, then we'll have it. No, it's not John Deere green either. It is blue. The one is the blue color, the original color when you first get it, and the other one I have it painted silver.
I can't wait for 82 Square Studios auto load bale trailers.
Bless you.
Thank you.
By the way, send me a tissue my way, Funny Bone. I have to clean out my ear. Even though I did bless you.
One to 10 tomorrow. Okay. Well, I know last week you had me coming at 2 instead of...
Put full rounds on here. I'll let the helper do what he's supposed to be doing. That I don't know. We're about to find out.
What?
He's asking me if everything is silver on the one truck that I got. No, I think it's gray on the wheels.
And those who watch my stream over in Charles' stream, I will be doing a stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week. And there will be a surprise game I'll be doing.
Sipping my coffee here. Light Shepherd.
Hey, Light Shepherd.
I told you there was going to be a surprise.
Or I might just do one Monday and Wednesday.
Alright. You just got up. Wow. Alright, let's get rid of this partial load of tomatoes here. Yep, I got tomatoes in that truck. On the outskirts of this field here. It's all downhill. Why? Ah, okay. Notice anything in the right corner of this of the screen that you're looking at? Yeah, I want to go this. Nope.
I have created 36 bales so far.
Yes, I did. I have it downloaded.
What's that?
The John Deere Combine.
Ah.
Alright, this is where it would be. Right here. Hey, Optimus.
What's up, guys? What's up, guys?
Not a whole lot. Did you take a look at your Facebook this morning?
My Facebook this morning?
Yeah. Notice anything that pop up on your screen for YouTube or anything?
I don't know. I
He's
looked at
streaming
it.
right now. Go look at his channel.
Oh, well, I saw that he was streaming, yeah.
Or should I just stream now?
I'm using my camera.
Oh. I don't want to be scared this early in the morning. What are you talking about?
It might wake you up.
The fuck is, oh, wait a minute. I don't know what is with this YouTube app recently, that when I click on videos, it puts them in the lowest possible setting.
Garage.
No, don't you go dumping them in there. No.
Charles
They
just
don't-
chilling on his couch.
Yep, just chilling.
how many times are we gonna see Benji jump into the shot?
I haven't noticed. Has vacated the area for some stupid
he's
reason.
camera shy. Oh god.
But if he was, he would be right here beside me. But if you
that's
notice, it's empty.
Yeah.
Pestering me. Not that we're talking about him.
Well, I was curious how it would look if using the place, because everybody else I see with cameras uses another camera, you know, going through like a PC and stuff, and theirs is always over the video, the actual gameplay. but I like how yours is in the
Well,
corner
see,
above the comments.
the thing is, if I took the comments away, I could put it in any of the four corners.
Oh, okay.
Because as long as you have the comments up, that's where that image is going to go.
Gotcha.
Well, my system crashed this morning and it hasn't crashed since, and I figured out the problem.
Porn.
No.
Well, you
PlayStation Now.
know, how would PlayStation Now cause it to crash?
I have no idea.
Oh yeah, I saw that second generation RAM on SnowRunner. The only problem with it is generally if you download it, it's about the only mod you can run on the game. I had to deactivate all but 3 of my other mods to get it to work.
What is that thing? A truck or something?
Yeah, it's a RAM pickup. It's pretty cool. The only good thing is that they've got an update coming to the game soon where they're going to increase the RAM
I'm gonna have to
usage
get a
by
pressure
40%,
washer
so
here
we'll be able to use
on this main
more of
farm
those
here
kind
somewhere.
of mods.
Yeah, good luck downloading the rigid pack. It takes 6 megabytes.
Okay.
I'm not downloading the rigid pack. I haven't downloaded the rigid pack. I'm not going to download the rigid pack because it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Bigger and bigger and bigger. It's going to come
This
to a
one-
point where
Yeah.
they're going to overtake everything else you want to download because you got all that
Well,
in there.
he wanted it to be the trailer and the pack for the rigid as a set. So it would be an animal carrier pack. I believe
Right.
that's what he was going to call it. Giants told him no. They wanted the trailer by itself, and he had to make the add-on to the rigid part of the rigid pack. So that one was Giants telling him he had to add that part to the rigid, which made the file bigger. You probably should have made the rigid truck and then made the accessories as like either separate mods or a pack on their own. Or, well, I mean, separate mods would work because that way you could just download the rigid accessories you want.
Alright, I don't know. I need this truck right at this moment. Let's turn her off. Get back
I was
over
looking
here.
at that new garage we got today, and I'm like, 34 megs.
It looks huge, and it has like, well, it has like a bunch of exterior accessories. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess you see me. Now you got
We all
see
see
me.
It comes with a vehicle lifter and the building, which is 37 slots.
The only question is hopefully that camera doesn't put a bigger strain on your internet when you try to stream.
Well, I can always turn the camera off too if I need to.
If you start buffering badly.
Yeah. But I haven't done any buffering on my phone yet. Yeah, big surprise.
Nah, we knew about it. What are you talking
Yeah, well, you guys knew because you guys were notified that I got it.
about? You told us.
Did you,
Yeah.
Did you like my surprise yesterday, Charles? That picture?
If that's what you want to call exciting. Dinner on a paper plate.
Well, it's basically
Well, that's the excitement funny gets nowadays.
I come back and everybody was gone. I was like, alright, I'm getting off.
Oh yeah, I was so dead tired last night.
I was like, alright, I guess I'm getting
Oh,
off.
when I logged up, I was getting sleepy as the long rest after. Of course, that I know why too. I had 2 Yinglings in me. And that's all it takes, about 2 of them, and I'm out. I didn't want to have a sleepover like I have been doing.
I know the other night I get out and both you and Ryan are both snoring in the chat, and I'm like, okay, I'm getting off.
It's called a sleepover. Didn't you know that, Funny Bone?
Yes. Actually, that wasn't a dinner paper plate. That was a serving tray we use. That's how we serve our cheeseburgers.
It still looked like a paper plate.
It was a serving tray.
Nothing wrong with paper plates. I use paper plates all the time.
Plates of paper.
Easy.
Save a tree. Put it on a piece of china.
I'm conserving water.
Oh, okay. It takes water to make that paper, though. Now.
I'm conserving my water. Not running up my water bill. How about that?
All right.
You wouldn't like our water bill at work.
Well, it's a business, of course.
I was gonna say it's a business. Come on, Funny Bone. My water bill varies from month to month, anywhere from $25 to $35 a month. That's it. Get this strip here. Now we got a true corner.
Oh, yeah, I knew that.
I need you before.
There's no...
Lion says he's gonna slap us all with paper plates.
No, we use these metal serving little, like, cookie sheets, the little square ones. That's how we...
There was a restaurant by me that, it was a burger place. I miss it because it closed up, but, you'd order French fries, and they'd give you, like, this god-awful amount of fries, but they would bring them to you on a round, almost like a pizza tray.
Wow.
Oh.
Paper.
Is it are they loaded?
It was a little smaller than... Huh?
Are they loaded?
No, well, they had seasoning on them. But you just got, like, a lot of them. Like a regular order of fries is enough for two people to share. Kind of like, if you ever... Well, I mean, imagine, like... do you have a Five Guys burger by you? Or you guys familiar with that place?
But I know what you're talking about when you say Five Guys.
Yeah, how they give you a ton of fries there.
Yeah.
It's like that, but instead of throwing them in a bag, they put them on a tray and bring the tray to your table.
I would have to have my slathered in gravy.
I never looked to see if you could get them loaded with anything.
Oh, really? Now you're gonna make me turn around.
Huh. That's nice. This new fertilizer spreader we got, well, I mean, new to console.
Stick that pipe out. Come on. Stick it out.
and say hi to Jimmy D.
Alright, it's emptied.
Cool.
I guess it would be messy if you're gonna throw it. Whoop, wrong way. There we go.
Brown gravy or white gravy?
Brown. Or it could be pepper gravy. One of the two, or sausage gravy. That would be good too.
Those Tootsie Rolls?
Oh, that's pretty cool. When you detach it from your tractor, it puts it on a pallet, and you can pick it up with a fork.
That's disgusting, White Shepherd. Very disgusting.
Huh?
Oh, his comments. Some of his comments that is blowing up.
Oh.
Don't make the monkeys mad. Treat him like your family, you'd be alright. Anytime I want to go to a family reunion, that's where I go. I go to the zoo.
Oh, Lordy.
I can find my entire family over there in the monkey.
Hey, Nicholson, how are you doing on this great, beautiful day?
That's cool. Let's drive some too.
I had a really weird dream last night.
Well, great. Now we've come to the 18 and over section of the screen.
No, this is actually not a dirty 18 and over dream.
Well, if you got that close to an alpaca, you probably deserved it. Because they will do that. Same with the camel.
No, I met a friend.
He wasn't talking to you.
Oh, I had met a friend who owned a farm.
Hey, Nicholson.
And apparently I get there and there's an X9 combine sitting there and I'm like...
Just waiting for him to say E-I-E-I-O.
And...
I had a friend who had a farm, and on this farm he had a combine. E-I-E-I-O.
No.
And it went room, room, room.
Sorry, funny fishing story.
E-I-E-I-O.
Come to find out, you know, I'm there, and you know, me and my new friend are outside smoking cigarettes, and come to find out, this new machine pulls up, this huge machine. I can't remember the name of it, and a truck showed up. Says MF or Millennial Farmer. I'm like, no way. He goes, my friend goes, yeah, he's my uncle. Zach Johnson is my uncle. And I'm like,
I'm not sure if he is or not. He didn't say he was.
Too much
and,
YouTube.
and I was setting, we were in the indoor pool at a hotel or something, and Zach Johnson comes up and says, you want a picture with me? I'm like, yeah, and I said it's a big dog. Big dog was like shocked. And then I ended up getting his autograph and eating a nice dinner. I ended up sending the extra autograph to Big Dog.
You just got a PS4?
Just got on PS4.
Oh, I thought you said you just got a PS4. I
No,
can't
he
read,
just...
it's early. My vision's still blurry.
Yeah, it was a really weird...
I haven't woke up yet.
Not that I know that he's streaming, he's just telling a story for Lion. I mean, Light Shepherd. Man.
I am not streaming. I don't have time to do a stream.
Why? They have to be at work in 3 hours?
Well, yeah, that too, but... I just don't feel it.
Oh, well, see, there. That's a better excuse. Oh, man. It's sunny out, but it's cold.
I think it was because I had too many games downloaded from PS now. Now it's not doing anything, so eventually deleted like half my games.
Never heard of that, you know. Just... Well, Light Shepherd, he didn't know what we were talking about when we said second generation RAM, so I don't think he's probably seen that on SnowRunner.
I have not. I haven't been on SnowRunner in ages.
I can tell you, once the RAM increases and I can use that and the red charger at the same time, I think those are going to be my go-to scout vehicles. Speaking of that, if it stays nice, I might just decide to go for a random drive this afternoon.
Oh, did you get your truck?
Yeah, got my truck fixed.
Alright.
Back out yesterday.
Let's see what we got here.
I kept thinking there was slop in the handle because I had pushed the handle forward about 1/4 of an inch in the brake before, and then the brake would start to engage. And then when I got home and I looked at it, it's actually the pedal has a little bit of slop in it. Like you can press the pedal just a tiny bit before it actually engages the brakes.
That's not good.
Oh.
No, I think it was probably that way on the old one. I just never paid attention to it. I think I was just hyper aware because this being new. I can tell you this new one turns a lot. The steering is a lot more responsive than my old one. And as the guy who was testing the equipment, because he said part of the test is he has to make sure that it will work at full throttle. He said he put that thing in full throttle and it shot him back in the seat and it took off. He's right, it will. Whatever that stuff with the transmission does. Oh my lord.
Like a turbocharge?
Oh, and then I found out it's called e-torque. It's supposed to be a little bit more oomph when you're taking off. So since it's, I mean, it's a 6-cylinder, but it gets off the line pretty quick because it's moving a big hunk of metal. I found out it has that stupid auto stop, auto start when you get to the stoplight.
Yeah.
If I push the brake on full, but it only engages if I push the brake on full hard and sit there with it held. If I just back off the brake just enough to hold it, it won't engage. But I can turn it off. I just didn't know it was on the truck. And I kept wondering what this number was. This letter kept appearing on the dashboard when I would be sitting at a light. And it didn't even occur to me to look at the tachometer because the rev counter would go to 0, and then whenever it would start, it would go back up to what the idle number. And I didn't even notice it was doing that. And then suddenly I was like, oh wait a minute! I found the button. The button to turn it off is where the 4x4 controls are. So.
Get this off
come on,
of
you
the
don't want to
wheel.
give it some more power?
What?
You don't want
No,
to
it's what it does is when you're at a stoplight, it shuts the engine off.
Oh.
And then as soon as you let off the brake, it starts it back up. It's supposed to conserve fuel. But it's just obnoxious.
Well, the thing is, they say it might conserve fuel, but that's start and stop, and the engine like that, if you have a whole bunch of stoplights, how's that fuel consumption?
Right.
Every time you start and stop, you use more fuel. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and it's weird too because I don't actually know if it shuts it down totally because I don't hear the starter go when I start up. Because boom, it's like instantaneous when you let off that brake, it's like gone. It's not like when you start. Like when you first get in it and you hit the starter.
About the only thing I can think of is it just uses less fuel, more likely.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is that it's revving. It's just revving so low that the motor's still turning, but it's just sipping on it enough that it's not even registering RPMs. So, I don't know. Luckily, that does not affect the controls because the controls reset when you turn the car off, but I think they reset when you turn the electrical system off. So my biggest thing is that this is the first car I've had that you don't have to put a key and actually turn to start.
What is it, a push button?
My last one, it's a push button. Yeah, I just have to have the thing in my pocket. My last one just had it was a big chunk of plastic, but it still technically was a key because you had to put that in the dash and turn it.
Right.
But yeah, this one's got the button, and then you have to hit that button to stop it when you get home. Yeah, and you have to press the brake and hit the button to start it.
I wonder if this power line has a collision on it. Let's find out.
I'm assuming that like if you're sitting and you want to listen to like the radio, like you don't want to start the car, I'm assuming you just don't hit the brake and press the button, and that's your auxiliary. I haven't tried that yet.
Let's go around to the other side here.
It's nice not to have it. I mean, the key is still there. If you were to pop that button off, there's a little key inside your fob.
Mm-hmm.
You can take that out, and then you can put the key in and then turn it.
Now, mine doesn't have a hole. Someone said there might be behind the starter button if you pop the starter button, but I have that key for like if say the battery were to die and I have to unlock the car from the outside, I can pop these little panels off of the door next to the door handle, and there's a keyhole and the glove box, and I think it pops out and I can lock the glove box. My other truck didn't have a lockable glove box. This one has a lockable glove box, but yeah, the other my other one had a little metal key too that
plus
popped
the
out of the sob.
That's 16,000 total.
Did you watch DJ's video yesterday, Optimus?
Which one?
The mod video?
The mod review video?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't remember watching his. 50. I know I watched his news video.
His mod video. Did you see the tires on that tractor?
Which tractor?
The one that's 47 slots or something like that with all the attachments.
Oh, yeah. I watched Silly P's video on it. No, I got rid of that tractor because I think it was silly.
Contracts right now.
Those big ass.
I got a field of corn I need to harvest.
I was curious if DJ would find out what you can do with that big New Holland tractor.
He really didn't show it.
Do you have it downloaded? Watch the show. You saw my pic, didn't you?
I saw it.
Yeah. Somebody else posted one last night and I'm like, yeah, I figured that out way ahead of you. I was like,
alright, field 20 is where my destination. Boy. Let's see how I want to make this uncomplicated. There's no way of uncomplicating that. Alright, let's do this.
I was thinking of restarting this map.
What map?
This Chamberg Valley, because I got a bunch of stuff on it bought that I didn't really want to intend on buying right away.
Alright, let's go around here.
Like I bought some property, like just to see, like I bought the property with like where the sheep milk and the sheep were, and I can't get rid of them because the says there's a placebo on them. And I didn't want to buy them yet. I wanted to build up some money on it, doing some other stuff before I started buying animals and stuff.
Right.
I bought the sheep for one simple reason. I wanted to get the sheep, the cheese factory going.
Yeah, I bought the sheep, but then unfortunately I didn't have any equipment to make any of the stuff to feed them. I thought I had found a place where you could buy TMR.
There it is.
I forgot where it was at.
There it is.
Where
right
is it?
across.
I forgot where it was at.
I'm not sure. I just placed an all-in-one.
Oh.
Because I wanted to keep it near the to the area of the sheep.
Well, I was gonna buy some and then just dump it loose on the floor, on the ground, like a pile there, and scoop it out.
All right, let's see where I can get into this field at.
Lime would be considered fertilizer, right?
What?
Mine?
No.
Seed?
Lime is a pH balancer. It doesn't fertilize.
So it would be considered a seed?
Lime is not a seed either.
Nope.
Well,
sure
when
ain't.
I turn on help or buy, I want to know which one.
Oh, fertilizer. Yeah, okay, sorry. For help or buy, yes, lime does fall into this fertilizer category.
Yeah, it falls in the fertilizer category, yeah.
You just ask us if lime is fertilizer, which...
Okay. That's not gonna go through there. Alright.
Because I'm just gonna buy it, and because I got the international and that new fertilizer
I need to come in the other end.
And it does lime, so...
Why would you buy it? You got a whole big quarry of it at the north part of the map. You just gotta go up there and load it.
He is compelled that it would be too much work for him to do.
And I'm on lazy acres.
Oh, well... So we're talking about Chamberg, and he doesn't even mention the fact that he's on a different map.
Right, that's the fact. Alright, I'll be right back. Yep. Benji's staring at me. Come on, Benji.
Valuable information so we can help you. We need to know what map you're on.
Come on. Let's go. Do your thing.
Funny Bone's a mystery wrapped in an enigma inside a burrito.
Sorry, today's gonna be a long day.
Oh my.
And tomorrow is even gonna be worse.
Yeah, that's the thing that sucks when you work on a weekend and your weekends suck.
No, we have...
Sunday's really gonna suck. That's when we have to turn our clocks for.
Really?
I think it's this Sunday.
Saturday night.
Well, Saturday at midnight, right? Someone's like, "What are they doing on a Sunday?" Because they give you time to acclimate yourself before you have to start your work week.
Yeah.
As bad as you think it sucks losing an hour on a Sunday, can you imagine having to wake up an hour early on Monday to go to work? Come on. Well, one of my co-workers, when we would do the time change, it would take her like 2 weeks. I'm like, how does it take you that long?
It took me a week to get used to it.
Oh my god. I mean, shit, I just go to bed a little earlier.
Even when I go on a vacation, it takes almost a week to get used to the time.
Well, somebody proposed that they were going to propose a thing here in Michigan to get rid of it, just to do away with it in Michigan.
They're doing the same thing here in Georgia that they're trying to do away with it also.
Someone said that the only way it would work is if they just got rid of it all over the country.
Nationwide.
Because I know there are states that don't do it. Right. It's funny because there's parts of states, because I think part of Indiana doesn't do it, if I'm correct, I think. Or at least they used to not do it. But, they tried...
Where Good Talk lives, he's in Central time zone.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know you have different time zones, but I remember there used to be times, because where my grandparents lived down in Southern, in Evansville down there, they're an hour behind us. And I think Terre Haute is a different time zone from them, but then I thought for some reason the area where Terre Haute was doesn't do daylight savings. So, like, part of it, they would be on the same time zone as Evansville, sometimes they'd be a different time zone. I thought I had a vague, because my dad used to say that. He goes, well, what, something about the time being different as you got farther north, because there were parts that didn't do daylight savings. But I guess they said in Michigan they tried doing away with it back in the 70s, about 70, 73, 74, someone said, and it screwed people up because suddenly part of the year we were like 2 hours different than like Chicago and an hour different than like some other, like Toledo or something like that. Whereas in other parts of the year, you were only an hour different, because normally we're an hour different than Chicago. So it was like, they said that just really screwed things up, especially businesses trying to get phone calls arranged and all this kind of stuff. It's just easier just to leave it alone. Plus, businesses suffered. Some of the businesses that, sometimes because of businesses, it screwed up the way when the sun set in the summer. When they didn't do it, your sun wasn't up as long in the summer or something like that. So, like, golf courses, they couldn't be open as late, and some of these drive-in movie theaters, they had to start their movies like really weird times. Maybe that was what it was. I don't know. No, see, no, the time will go forward, as I say, springs forward.
Yep.
So then instead of getting dark at like 5, 6, 7 o'clock, it's going to start getting dark at like 8 and 9 o'clock.
So before you go to bed on Saturday night, just take your clock and turn it at 1 hour faster. If it says 9 o'clock, set it at 10.
That was what somebody was saying. They're like, most of the people who complain about daylight savings time are people who hate to change their clocks. I don't have any clocks that I have to physically... Oh, okay, I take that back. I have one clock that I have to physically change myself, and that is the one in the car. And that's a matter of hitting a button, pressing a button to move the hour up one, and that's it. All my other devices change on their own.
Yeah.
My tablet, my phone, and really the only other clock I got is on my cable box, and that changes. I don't have any other clocks in my house.
Alright.
I don't deal with the microwave. Okay. Alright, if you want to be technical, our microwave is stove, but I don't change those. I don't consider those my clocks. I don't change those. Well, hell, even my watch, because I've got one of those smartwatches, even that will change itself. So, it's like, yeah, I don't have to do... And half the time I forget to change the clock in the car. I just show up.
Because, it makes my day go faster too.
I mean, I don't know. Hang on.
Where do we put this up? Make me something.
No, I had to mute. Oh, sorry, we're trying to get paperwork for a rebate for... I guess Chrysler has a thing where you can get a rebate for having mobility equipment installed on your vehicle. Yeah, we didn't know that if we had had a prescription for the controls, we wouldn't have had to pay sales tax on them. And the lady was like, well, just get a prescription and we'll refund it for you. I was like, well, the problem is because of the COVID stuff, I don't have a doctor right now. Because my doctor retired. My doctor that dealt with my leg, he retired, and when I went to go get a new one, doctors weren't taking new patients. My surgeon that took care of my leg and stuff, he's like a bone specialist. He developed shingles.
Oh, that's not good.
He was an older guy, and he couldn't. He had some younger. They called it a fellowship program, where doctors come in and they work with another one, like student doctors.
Yeah.
He had people under his fellowship program. Well, when he just folded the practice. All his nurses went to work for other people, and his patients had to find new doctors. Well, when I went to go get one, I didn't need one for a little while, and when I finally went time to go get one, then all the COVID stuff had started, and a lot of places weren't taking new patients at that time, or they wouldn't take my insurance that I have. So now it's like, now I got to start looking for one now that things are starting to get a little easing up on stuff. Or find a doctor that's just willing to write me prescriptions and controls for my car.
I started going with one doctor and found out he was a DO, and I didn't want a DO. I wanted a doctor that had an MD under his belt.
What is a DO?
A DO has had less medical training than an MD does.
I don't have a mower at this point. I haven't bought a mower yet. I got all the equipment except the mower.
I've never heard it. I've just never heard that designation before.
He's still a doctor. He's had less
training.
Less training than an MD goes through.
Well, I was gonna go to the same doctor my dad goes to, and I went for the initial kind of patient evaluation thing that he does, and then we found out he doesn't.
But
take
I do not have a round baler. I have a square baler because you see the hills on this map.
At the time, I was on just straight Medicaid.
It'd be runaway marshmallows.
Now I actually have a plan through an actual insurance company, so we don't know if he would take that because it's technically still paid for by Medicaid. It just doesn't say Medicaid on it. I also need to call my eye doctor and see if they're taking it, because they weren't. It sucks. I picked the insurance plan that I've got because my eye doctor was on it and my hospital was on it that I go to. Well, the eye doctor, again, decided to retire, and he sold his practice to this larger company that does this other practices all over the place. They don't take the insurance yet. But they said they realized a lot of people in the area that were his patients take it, so they were trying to arrange where they can get it. But I have to wait until they tell me that they're accepting it now to go get my or find a new doctor. So technically, I guess I'm going to see a new doctor anyway. I go to this one because it's convenient to where I live.
My eye doctor is right across the street from a strip joint. In a strip club.
Honey, I gotta go to the eye doctor again.
Yeah.
It's the fourth time this week. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, a lot of things changed from when this new place took over, because the place I went to, they used to offer you like a warranty on your glasses, if you wrote like a year warranty on your frames and lenses and stuff like that. And yeah, they don't do that anymore. The only thing now is if there's a manufacturer warranty. I know my lenses have a manufacturer warranty, but the frames, like if I like cracked a frame or something, they'd order me a new frame. The frames had a 90-day warranty, or I don't know what it was. It was something 6 months maybe. The frames aren't supposed to technically break because they're made out of like a flexible material. Well, part runs glass, that where the actual lenses typically break, but the temple parts aren't supposed to.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Just disappears out of frame.
Yeah.
See, now you're watching the stream with an empty chair.
Wait for the
Just a couch.
Wait for the dog to go jump on in the shot.
That'd be funny. The Benji show. See the cat walk by on the back of the couch.
Which is one of them.
I don't know where it went. He's still is he still logged in? I didn't see a message that he left. They're coming to get you, funny.
Who?
They are. Beware.
Who is?
There he is.
No, I had to heat up some couple sausage patties and then use up a shave real quick.
I think Gunner was live, but...
Alright, I made it back.
They're coming to get you, Charles.
When was Gunner live?
I don't know. When I woke up this morning,
what he did, he posted another video. I've already looked at it.
Oh, okay, yeah. I saw that one.
I think it was uploaded. It was episode 3.
Oh, he probably uploaded it. He probably did it last night.
He did it last night and uploaded it. After we went our different separate ways last night, about 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
that's when he did that.
Well, I thought maybe because he popped on right as I was logging off. He popped on like after he got home from taking his wife to work. So because literally, like, I was getting ready to press the power button and I saw his name pop up.
Yeah.
I like this new fertilizer spreader.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I mean, it doesn't have as much capacity as some of the other ones, but it's spread farther.
Mm-hmm. And it does light.
Yeah.
Which one are we talking about now? The little one that came out today?
Yeah,
Samson?
that was like it was new to console.
What, a Samson?
No, not that's a manure spreader. It was a set. It had 2 fertilizer spreaders and a trailer that you can attach them to for some reason. But they're 3-point. I mean, they're 3-point hitch ones. So I don't know what the purpose of the trailer is, unless that's for like lower horsepower tractors that can't hold those things. Maybe.
I don't know. The only thing I downloaded was the Dispar.
Yeah, and you know what? I wish it had a front. I wish it had a front loader on it.
Oh, it don't have front loader capabilities?
No, I went and looked. I thought it was supposed to, but it didn't apparently.
Huh.
Because generally, little tractors like that, the only thing I'd use them for is like around the yard and helping with animals. And
right.
If they don't have a loader on them, they're useless for that.
Alright, so my carrots are growing. Plowing the field.
This one. This is.
Oh yeah. Goodbye.
Okay, puppy's waiting for it to come back in.
You just have him jump up there with you.
Benji! Benji, Benji, Benji! What you doing? He says, no, I didn't let you in. He says, I'm not getting in front of that camera.
He's suspicious.
Yeah, he's a little suspicious right now at the point.
He doesn't normally want me on the couch. What is the problem?
He's usually on the couch right beside me most of the time. I better slow down here. I got a full tank. Or grain bin, whatever you want to call it.
My sister said at least her boyfriend's daughter gets, she's been getting weekly pictures or daily pictures of her cat while she's in Florida.
Yeah.
So at least one of the people at the house gets it. told her, I said, who are you kidding? That cat doesn't know you're not home. Cat's like, oh well, I got other people to pet me. Yeah, apparently it hangs out when his daughter's doing homework. The cat's like laying on her books and stuff like that.
Yeah. Alright, where'd that harvester get to? What is this? Do I ride around the cornfield? Alright. I'm done riding around the field. I don't know how I missed it. Shortcut.
You missed it because this map is a labyrinth, okay? I don't think I've seen a map that it's easier to get lost on than this one.
I can guarantee you can get lost real quick. If you turn the wrong way, you might as well forget it. Because some places, especially if you keep the barbed wire fences up, there ain't no shortcuts whatsoever.
That, but, you think you're going the right direction, and then suddenly you realize, no, this road goes under the road I want to be on. There are some little paths near where, like, the bridges and stuff are that you can get to, like, higher roads.
Yeah,
little dirt paths and stuff.
There is.
But yeah, I've driven into some areas before where it's like, whoops. Trying to make a 3-point turn in the middle of the road.
No, I didn't want to do that. I turned it off. I'm going to do this.
Okay, I've never seen this before.
What did you do now?
Take a look at this picture in the bottom right corner. And that's what the John Deere self-propelled sprayer.
What?
I was going 35 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Oh wait, my settings are wrong.
That's kilometers per hour. Doesn't that sprayer do 20 something already? I mean, it goes pretty fast anyway.
21.
Like something ain't right. Oh.
You're probably
Don't say something like that.
Alright. He shouldn't be leaving nothing. Should be able to do it now. I need to get this to my next destination. Alright. 6 and 12. And 5. That's got a crop on it.
Oh man, I did discover one thing that's irritating on the steering wheel of my new truck compared to the way it worked on the old one. You know how you can shift your transmission into a specific gear if you want to?
Yeah.
Like on the old transmission, it would have like a 1 or a 2 with the shifter. Well, this one, in all of them, they've had it. You can electronically pick a gear you want it to be in, and it will stay in that gear. Well, that button is right on the bottom part of the steering wheel, and I hit it about 3 times on my way home. I had my truck stuck in 5th gear.
Oh man!
I'm like, why is this thing not shifting?
Can you imagine?
I mean, I think
can
it's
you
got
imagine trying to start out in 5th gear like that?
Yeah, I was like, what the? And I was looking, I'm going, why does it say a 5th? It was like 5th and 6th gear, and then one time I got it stuck in 2nd gear, 2nd or 3rd or something like that. But normally, if it's in just normal drive mode, a D is on your dashboard where the
I can do that field.
The truck, not only does it have a normal speedometer needle, it has a digital readout of your speed, and it tells you what gear you're in, the temperature, and a direction. I think it's got a compass and this little cluster in the center of your gauge cluster. And I kept wondering why it was changing from a D to individual numbers, and then I realized what I was hitting. And in order to reset it, you have to hit both. There's an up and a down. You have to hit both of them at the same time to get it to reset back to normal drive. So I kept bumping that every time I'd go to turn the steering wheel. I kept bumping into this. I'm like, oh, this is going to get frustrating. It's like, or I'm just going to do a lot of driving in a specific gear and not pay attention. But at least the controls for the 4x4 are not where my knee can hit them now, so I don't accidentally throw it into 4-wheel drive. Because that really sucks when you put it into 4-wheel low and you don't realize it. Oh, what the? Why am I crawling along at 10 miles an hour?
You gonna be mowing that field, Charles?
Yeah, I'm gonna be mowing it. I'm gonna mow this one, fields 30 and 29 are both grass, and this field here. And good night, goodbye, phone.
What field are you on right now?
I'm on field 12. Taking samples. But I'm also harvesting on field 20, which is corn. It's already been tested.
Still saying save old boat error. Playing a coaster. I don't know what the problem is.
Trying to do it for, is it safe for sandbox or is it for
Sandbox. I really don't have anything downloaded. I deleted all the mods.
Just delete it and make a new save.
That's what I was thinking. But I'm gonna go back to farming because I really want to finish planting this field of rye.
How is Lazy?
It's nice. It's got carrots and onions on it. Sorghum and rye. Huge fields too. If you're no modern equipment, but
Well, yeah, there's one piece of modded equipment on there.
yeah,
The harvester for the carrots and onions.
and it unloads really quick. I was going through TNT Modders Facebook page last night, and I was like, someone made a comment, you know, you're gonna get in trouble with these new crops on there, and
No, you're gonna get in trouble. Other modders putting other crops on their stuff.
Yeah, like this one here, for instance, tomatoes.
Yeah, tomatoes. No, the extra crops, that would be something that Giants would catch in testing. I mean,
Potatoes and chickpeas.
Yeah. That's the only two things that's extra. Well, the cheese making from the sheep.
and the fact that
milk.
she'd give you manure and slurry.
Yeah.
That's new to console. That's not
Yes,
new
it is.
on PC.
TNT commented and said, I got permission.
Well, yeah, I mean, crops are, I mean, what he got in trouble for was the outrageous capacities of those pieces of
Right. And that's what I figured. I'm like, people make it so difficult.
Story of the world.
Oh, McDonald's from last night. Home from McDonald's, 10,000 for them. And then the other two come in with like, it's time for yourself. Well,
Let's see how what I need to do here.
I just got a cheeseburger, extra pickle, and a medium fry. They'll be right up. I was satisfied. Because now for a large fry, it's $4.
The heck, McDonald's you go to, you pay that much for a large fry.
It's like $3 now, or $3 or $4 for a large fry.
New All, how are you doing? Did you take a look up in the right-hand corner of the stream? Surprise!
Oh, you're going in the wrong direction.
I'm doing real good. Excellent. Hi!
The new tractor, the International, sounds like a goddamn truck line. big red.
I like that new international. I like that new international tractor.
Okay.
I know it's got some big bone tires on it.
The only complaint was the way the farmer sits in it, the way he holds the steering wheel.
I have Funny Bone, Lionheart, and Optimus in the chat with me in the party. Alright, field 12 is taken care of.
I'm really starting to like this hook lift auger wagon we got.
Alright. Got that done. Put this up. Close it.
Apparently you can't. You gotta be inside that square to sign the deal. Can't have it on the rail.
Is that thing part of the look part of the map, or you done with it?
I downloaded it.
Is that part of that garage?
Yes.
Now, are you stuck where those things are at, or can you move them around?
Move what around?
Like, can you move where that fuel barrel and that outside lift were, or are you just stuck with where they're placed?
I can move. There's once you place the thing, you can't move it.
Okay, that's what I meant. I mean, that's what I was trying to say.
No, I have a party going at the same time.
Okay, so it's all one thing that you just got to place down.
I just bought the lift. You don't have to buy the.
You don't have to buy the. So, the lift that goes outside the building and the fuel thing that they showed in the picture, those are all separate pieces that you can put wherever you want.
Right.
Okay, that's what I was trying to get at. As opposed to the whole thing being one big square that you had to put down.
Right.
Okay.
Pirate Simulation. Huh. I bet you are. I had about two. Yesterday I went to the store and got a 6-pack of Yingling, and I had 2 of them. And by the time I finished that second one, my eyes were heavy. I said, so I logged out of the PS4 last night and went to sleep.
I watched The Masked Singer last night, and then I watched Friday Chicago Fire with my meds, and I was out for the couch.
Welcome back. Ah, Sea of Thieves. Alright.
I wonder what new motorsport vehicles are going to be in this one.
New what now?
Vehicles are going to be in it for the motorsport pass.
Oh.
Oh, is it out yet?
No, it won't be out till Tuesday. Or next week.
Alright, get turned around here.
You could... No.
Hey, Benji! Come on. How you doing, buddy? There you go. Come on. Look who the special guest is.
There we go.
Benji the Pitbull. Say hi. Ruff. Yeah, the Pitbull.
Oh, now he's getting comfortable. Yep, there.
Yep, he's getting comfortable. Wait till he flops over onto his back. There he goes. I told you he was going to go on his back soon.
Yeah.
I forget. I'm not sure what the other breed is in this dog. It looks like it might be regular bulldog that's in him. XD, how are you doing?
Huh?
I don't understand what his comment is.
He's saying hi. He said I'm live streaming. Face reveal.
Yep, there's Benji.
I told you Benji was going to appear eventually. He's all chill. He was outside there for a little bit.
He's ready for a nap now.
Yeah, he's ready for a nap. Snuggled up tight to me. Come on. There we go.
putting fertilizer down, feeding and liming, or cultivating, or plowing at the same time.
Store.
So I get done around 10. Who's gonna be online tonight? I know
if I take a nap this afternoon, I would definitely. I would have been on later last night, except for the fact that I got up so early yesterday, and I just was going all day. I
know, that was me. Tuesday, I was gonna take a nap, but then I was like, I was going all day.
Well, see, I got up at 7 because I had to get the car down to the place, and then we took the car down there, and then I ran some errands with my folks after that. Got home, and then I had to turn around and go back down to pick it up, and when I picked it up, I went and did some stuff that I had to take care of. I had pressing Pokemon Go stuff to do.
Uh-oh.
So.
Oh, let's see. Monday I did nothing. Just played games and relaxed.
Sat around waiting for a phone call that never happened.
So Monday I did nothing. Tuesday morning I got up, went and got my blood work done, came home, ate something, played a little video games, went to my doctor's appointment, came back, made lunch, and then...
Lord.
Somebody sounds like they need to take a nap.
Shouldn't.
or just waking up and trying to wake up. I know what you need to do. Open your window up, stick your head out, and take a great big deep breath of the fresh air.
It's 37 degrees out. I'm
gonna go out.
Look, say, wait a minute. Let me clarify. Hold on. No, it's okay. It's warmed up a bit. It's 45 degrees out right now.
Well, stick your head out the window and take a great big deep breath of fresh air.
Eat lunch, and then I get a phone call stating, I'll be picked up around 3:30. I said, yeah. And then Wednesday I had to go to the DMV and Walmart.
Now, why'd you jump off the tractor?
This coming week, I ain't got nothing going on.
Me too.
I have no appointments, nothing. Just relaxing. On my days off.
$52 for 650.
You guys want to hear my temperature?
No.
70.
One more degree, it'll be 80 degrees out.
No, it was.
Real feel is.
It was really warm here on Wednesday.
48.
Yeah, it got to 70. Dude.
Yeah, it got crazy warm here, and yesterday it wasn't quite as warm. I thought I heard we might be in for some rain. Yesterday it was windy. It was crazy windy here.
Press the button, Charles.
We have a lake at the end of our street, and there was just a little bit of ice still left on it. All of the ice on that lake had blown to one corner of it throughout the day. So it was all built up on the one edge by the road when we drove past it. Yeah, we'd driven by it early in the morning, and it was just kind of patchy. There were some swans out there on it, and you could just see little patches of crumpling ice. And then in the afternoon, drive by it. It's probably about I don't know, 6 or 7 feet of ice going out from the shoreline that just looks like it's just a bunch of ice piled up. Yeah, people started noticing the birds have started to show back up in the area.
Well, we had a bunch of robins in our area, and when we see robins, that means we gotta get outside and start putting our crops in the ground.
Yeah, robins will show up in our area when we still have snow on the ground. Like, friends of mine took a picture the other day. There was about 12 robins in a tree, and the tree branches were still covered in snow. And some of the birds, it looked like the birds were sitting on the branches when it started to snow, because there was a couple of them that had snow on them. And she kept thinking, "Don't you think these robins were thinking, why the hell should we come home?"
Let's go back south, where it's a little warmer and less weather.
But I found out one of my friends, they have a thing in their family that who can spot the first robin of the season. And I sent her a picture of the tree outside my office this one time that had like 20 of them sitting on it. But a big indicator here, we start to see, like I said, we started to see swans and ducks again.
Alright. I hardly ever see any swans, but we see a lot of Canadian geese.
Yeah, we get a lot of those here, but we got a lot of lakes. We see a lot of, like, just waterfowl in general we see. We had a flock of Canadian geese when I worked at the office that I worked at. It was in like these industrial complex, you know, where there's a bunch of office buildings and stuff like that. Single floor things. This wasn't like a multi-story kind of deal. Right. And we had a flock of geese that kind of just hung out and made a mess of everything, of course. They had one regular barnyard-looking goose was with them. So you see all these Canadian geese, and then this one that looks like you know, like the typical kind of goose from like Mother Goose type story.
Yeah.
I'm looking at that going, that don't look like he belongs with this. And my boss had seen it too. He goes, "Yeah, I saw that too. I thought that thing looked a little different."
What was it, a swan?
No, it was a goose. But it was a goose like you'd see. Like I said, it looked like a barnyard, like a goose you'd see in a farmyard. Oh, you mean a white goose? Well, it was kind of a gray color, but yeah, it definitely was not a Canadian goose. It definitely was a different type of goose, but it was just chilling, and it would fly around and move around with this flock of geese. That was, you know.
Well, there's gray goose, you got white goose, and...
It probably was a gray goose, if I just didn't know. I like like I said, typically it looks like the kind of goose you see in a nursery rhyme or a book on a farm. You know,
Yeah.
the kind of goose that would be hanging out there. Those Canadian geese, those things get nasty.
Yes, they are, and they are mean and nasty too.
That's what I meant, mean.
Yes, they are. Oh, big time.
We had a movie theater that one of them decided to build its nest on the roof right above the rear entrance of the theater, because it was the theater. It had it had a big long like vestibule area where like the popcorn stand and your ticket stand was, and it had two entrances on either end because the parking lots on both sides of the building. So like, but the back entrance, the geese was dive bombing people as they were trying to enter it because it thought they were trying to attack its nest. So they had to put like police tape around the outside of the back of the building, like this perimeter, so nobody would go in it, and they had to call out like a professional to come and get rid of this damn goose that was attacking people. So like, we can't have this thing attacking our people as they're trying to come in here and see movies. And then we had a similar situation at my office. We had one build a nest on the building next door to us, but it was right by the path we had to take to get into our building, the sidewalk, because our building had several entrances, but you could only go in certain ones if your key card, depending on where your area you were supposed to work in.
Right.
So this happened to be on the path that I had to take to get into my area. And yeah, and this thing would honk at it. It never really tried to fly at anybody. The only time it ever tried to attack anybody was when it was actually on the ground.
You take care of Newell. I know you like the work. I do too.
I had a goose try to square off with me. It stood up and hissed at me. I was like, I didn't know they hissed. I'm like, it's sitting there going,
I was out kayaking last year, and I was just moseying along as far away from it as possible. The goose, it started coming after me, and I'm like paddling my ass off, trying to stay balanced, because you gotta stay balanced, and it was still coming after me. I wasn't even near it. What the hell did I do?
Probably got close to its nest. That's generally when they start to get that nasty, it's because you're near a nest.
Yep.
Because that was when the one squared off on me. It found out it had built its nest along the edge of the parking lot, and I was walking into work. But that's when geese will. Now swans, they'll just attack you because they're assholes. They're just.
Mm-hmm. That's an aggressive bird, also.
Yeah, trumpeter. Well, are they trumpeter swans? We've got two different kind of swans in Michigan. One of them, I guess, is really aggressive. The other one's not so much. But the other one's being pushed out because of the more aggressive one, too. But my friend was on a jet ski, and she was coming up the canal. Her house lives on a canal, so she was on her jet ski going out to the main lake. Well, the intake got clogged up with, like, weeds. And then a swan started to attack her. And every time she'd go to give it gas, it would suck in more weeds. So she was like sitting there trying to fight this swan off. She couldn't go anywhere. Luckily, somebody in a boat was going by, and they threw her a tow rope, like a ski rope, and she held onto the ski rope, and they floored the boat and drug her and the jet ski away from this crazy swan that kept trying to attack her. She's like, I don't know if it thought I was a giant swan, and it was like it thought the jet ski was a swan, and something, because it was a white jet ski, you know. But she goes, yeah, this stupid bird comes out of nowhere and just starts trying to get at me. I was like, yeah, I said, my ex-girlfriend had one try to attack her on dry land. She was feeding the ducks and everything out in the water, and she was just throwing bread to them. And she ran out of it, and apparently the swan thought, wanted more, and it came up on the ground. She was a little kid, she said, that the friggin' bird was bigger than her. She goes, you don't realize how big they are when they're in the water. They're standing on land in front of you. It chased her into the house. She went running in the house. She ran in the house and shut the door, the glass door, and the thing sat on her patio staring at her through the
door. Can I come in and play?
Yo, you got any more bread?
One time I was getting ready to leave my friend's house, and I hear it going outside, and I was like, what could it be? I look out the window, or open the door, there's that raccoon.
Oh, jeez.
And my buddy goes, "You serious? There's a fucking raccoon outside my house." He goes, "Hold on a minute. Grabs his 22.
We've got a pair of ducks that hang out in our neighborhood every year.
Well, we tried calling animal
and then
control, and animal control said they couldn't get out until tomorrow, the next day, and we're like, so he asked animal control, hey,
are within city limits. You know, it's not so much can you shoot the animal, it's can you fire the gun where you live. That's probably the bigger.
It was in a mobile home park, but
yeah, that probably was not legal.
That's probably not legal, especially in a mobile home park like that. No, that would get a lot of people really.
Not a 22. You know, a pellet gun would have been a totally different story.
Yeah.
Or use a pellet. It was a little 22 pistol.
Still, it still makes a noise.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, this because you could miss the raccoon and go through a trailer.
Yeah.
See, that's why if you're in like an environment like that and you've got something like that, you've got to put a trap down.
Well, it was sitting on the step, and I was like,
they'll run from you. You just gotta act bigger. I
opened the door, and it opened his mouth and started coming after me.
That's when you hit your funny. That's when you hit your funny bone and the thing starts wondering what the hell's wrong with you and runs away.
That's when you call and report a rabid animal and see if they'll hurry to get there.
Alright, we didn't shoot it. We called the police. Police called animal control and grabbed it and captured it.
Sometimes his stories are like choose your own adventure.
And then tried to charge us.
Well, my neighbor had some raccoons living in his chimney.
Oh, Jesus.
And well, the only reason we saw them climb out of the chimney one night, so that's the only reason we knew where they were at. But he put traps down and caught them. Apparently he thought. Marshmallows would be a great thing because he had a trail of marshmallows leading from where he thought they were getting up on his roof to get into the chimney, across his porch, like down along the ground, across his porch, and up into the trap. I said, that poor raccoon is going to get diabetes before it gets in the trap. It wasn't like a marshmallow and then like another like 3 or 4 feet another marshmallow. He had like a marshmallow every about 6 inches.
Oh my goodness. I can see the raccoon getting inflated from all those mushrooms. I mean,
and then he put
marshmallows.
And then what he used to bait the trap was cat food or tuna fish. I don't remember. It might have been tuna flavored cat food. So he caught a couple cats too.
Wow.
Because we had cats, we had stray cats roaming. We had like 3 or 4 cats roaming the neighborhood. So he ended up catching a couple cats. In the morning, he had some pissed off cats in the trap, so he'd have to let them go.
When I worked the carnival, I
We came home from dinner one night and we heard wrestling around and we looked over and there was this big raccoon in that trap. I'm like, holy God, it was not a happy camper.
I can imagine. Alright, got
yeah, I think
12,
he eventually caught 3 of them and then
3.
They put something over. They put like a thing over the top of the chimney so that they could come out, but they couldn't go back in. And I saw one night I was coming up because the way my staircase that I used to go to my room, it's got windows at the top that look down over his house, and I saw one climb up the pillar of his porch, go across the porch, and then go up. I was like,
all right, where's that truck at?
I was working with the Carnival Traveling. I went through and picked up all the garbages, grabbed a wagon, emptied all the garbages. Way over there. We put cans out, and I told them, you know, make sure you guys take your garbage. We were out in the middle of nowhere, and we were all sleeping, and we heard noises outside. Oh shit, someone's vandalizing our grounds. Come to find out, a pack of coyotes came.
yeah.
I'm very careful with coyotes.
Coyotes have started to become more and more of a problem around here. They're starting to get into neighborhoods that they've never really been seen. Like someone snapped a photo of one strolling down the street in our neighborhood, and we live in an area you would never think you'd see a coyote in.
Oh, we got them all around our place down here, and you don't want to get caught up in a pack of coyotes, that's for sure.
Well, no, and there's been stories around here of like neighborhoods where they said they just noticed that small animals, like small dogs and cats, were coming up missing, and then somebody would spot a coyote, and then they realized, okay, that's what's happening. Is we got some coyotes.
What we did is
a story came out yesterday that said, despite the fact that the DNR has been denying it for years, there have been cougars in the state spotted. Because everybody says, oh, they see a cougar. Every year there's cougar spottings, but people are telling, oh, there's no way there could be cougars around here, and blah, blah, blah.
Come to find out that
they've got 19 years worth of credible evidence that there have been cougars seen in Lower Michigan.
And you can see them as far south as where I live, too.
Well, typically the areas that people were saying they reported them in, they said that they didn't think I think that they can be spotted in northern Michigan, Tom. They're not native to the area, I guess, is what someone said. Like, they thought maybe, oh, you're seeing a bobcat, because bobcats are up north. But I mean, there's pictures, and some people were pictures. You see them, oh, it looks like a big house cat. But then I saw some of the things, and it was like they were trail cams people had set up for deer, and you know, like one was like, oh, God, it was like one trapped on one day. And then the same camera, like 125 miles away, was snapped like the next day. So they were like, oh man, there's a lot of them. Someone said that could have been just one male, because a male could travel like 200 and some miles for its territory. But everybody kept saying, oh, there's no way there's cougars in Michigan. Well, guess what?
They better wake up.
Well, they did capture one years ago in the city, but it turned out to be someone's pet that got out because the thing had a collar on it.
Well, don't you have to have a special license for that?
I don't know.
so
Especially a large cat like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it is illegal. I thought it was illegal to have an animal like that in this state, but there's this funny video. It's a puma, and it's a Russian couple, and I think the website's called I Am Puma. They have like a YouTube thing, and it's the puma, though. was part of a litter at a zoo, and it they called it a dwarf puma. It had medical problems, and basically there's no way it would ever survive in the wild. And they said if
now
you gave
you
it to if they sent it to a sanctuary, sanctuary would not take it. Except because of its medical issues, a sanctuary would be like, no, we're not going to take on this thing. So these people arranged to buy this thing, and they raised it as a pet. Now, because of its condition, it's no larger than a grown German Shepherd. It's about that big, which it should be a lot bigger. And the thing, it lounges around their house like a big house cat.
Yeah, because it was probably because if they had it as a kitten, that's why you see that.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing was a video just popped up the other day about this. I mean, and I've seen this thing years ago. I mean, by now it's about 7 or 8, maybe even like 10 years old or something like that. Like it's a lot older. And someone was showing the video. They were doing a story on it, and people were like, "Oh my God, that's horrible! You should, free it. It needs to be in the wild." And they kept trying to explain to him it would not survive in the wild, even if it was like rehabbed,
right,
like they do to release in the wild. It would not survive because it's small. It just wouldn't survive. Other cats would probably attack it and kill it, but nobody would understand this. Everybody kept thinking. Oh.
See, that's the thing. A lot of people get confused on their information sometimes and get it misdirected.
Mm-hmm. Well, and the couple who do it, the guy was some sort of like trainer, like animal handler type person.
Right.
I think is what it was. I don't remember if he worked in a zoo or something, so he knew what he was getting into. But, like I said, they've had the thing, and they showed it. It's funny because they took it to an obedience class. So you got all these dogs standing there, and then you got this puma at the end of the line. But the puma's the same size as all the dogs.
I believe it.
And you can see every once in a while the dogs are looking at it. But when they give the command for like the dogs are in a like lay down position, and they give the dogs the command to stand, all the dogs stand up, and the puma's just kind of laying there, and the guy has to reach down and pull on the puma to get it to stand up. That's like, because in the end, it's still a cat.
Yep.
And, I don't care what size it is, it's still a cat trying to strain a cat.
Well, come to find out, someone left their garbage can out, and the boss even said, please make sure, because we're in coyote territory, please make sure you leave your cans picked up and emptied.
Have you ever seen the picture? Have you ever seen the video of the bear that opens up the car door to see what's inside the car?
Oh, no, thank you. No, thank you. That's one thing I don't want to happen.
These people are in this cabin, and their Mercedes SUV is sitting out, and this bear's kind of tramping along, and they're like, oh my God, it's going for the car, and it's sniffing the door handle. Next thing you know, the door opens up, and they're like, did that thing just open the car?
Oh.
The guy sets the panic alarm off to scare it away. Because, the door was unlocked, so the bear just opened the door.
That'd be a scary situation if you walked out to your car and opened the door up.
Mm-hmm.
Surprise!
Well,
Mr. Yogi Bear is sitting in your car seat, so give me the keys or I'll claw you to death.
I saw a video compilation. It was just like interactions with animals. This other one was a UPS driver, and he walks up to this house, and you see him like suddenly do this sidestep thing in a panic, and this bear is charging out of the woods from behind his house and goes running right past him. And then there's the other one where, have you seen the video of the skier? He's going down the ski hills. He's doing like the normal slalom down the ski hill, and he's being chased by a bear. He doesn't know he's being chased by the bear.
Oh my!
People on the chairlift filming this as they're going up the hill, and this dude's just skiing like you normally would down the hill, and everybody's trying to yell at him that there's a bear behind him. And then I guess they interviewed him later. He said he had no idea that there was a bear running behind him.
How my grandfather used to live, not with my mom, you couldn't leave bird seat out. or the bears will come. Well, one morning, the bear in the middle of the night came and destroyed the bird feeders, and then broke into the shed to steal bird feed.
Oh, jeez. I'm trying to think, where was it? Might have been Colorado where a bear stole a dumpster from outside a marijuana dispensary. They show. There's a video of it. The thing was inside like a fenced-in thing, but somebody didn't shut the door to the fence. It didn't latch, and so the bear got in there. And then the next thing you see in the video is the bear dragging the dumpster away. He drug it down the parking lot.
Must not have been a very big dumpster.
Well, it was a standard dumpster on wheels, but I mean, you know, but everybody was joking because of where it was from. But they were like, no, there was no pot in that dumpster. So, but they think there might have been like residual stuff from them making edibles or something, you know, like. But
right.
There was obviously something. The joke, of course, was that he had the munchies because it was in a pot shop.
Alright, my equipment's put away. I'm going to speed up time so I can harvest them.
Slow down.
We thought we had a squirrel in our house one time. Said it happened once before I was born. My parents said when they first moved in the house, a squirrel had come down, had gotten into the chimney, and then it had gotten out the chute in the basement where we have like a thing in our basement where we can clean the ashes out from you can push the ashes
wood
into
and coal
from the fireplace, and you can clean it out in the basement. And it had gotten through that into our basement. Well, then one time when I was, come home and our finished part of our basement has a drop ceiling, and one of the tiles was on the ground. My mom went, oh great, she thought a squirrel had gotten in there and had, gotten up into the drop ceiling, and they weren't normal rigid tiles. They were like these spongy type, ceiling tiles.
Yeah.
Well, we looked all over. We couldn't find nothing. So we figured, well, whatever, maybe it wasn't that. We didn't know what had happened. Well, then I was down in the basement watching TV one time, and all of a sudden, just all hell breaks loose. The ceiling tile collapses. It was the cat. The cat we had at the time had figured out how to climb up on this pile of garbage on the other side of the room, on the other side of the wall, go across the wall, and then he stepped on the tile, and because it couldn't support his weight, then he fell through. So we figured that was what happened with the one before. I don't know why he was doing it. He just comes crashing through the ceiling. Scared the hell out of me. I'm sitting there watching TV. Of course, it was my cat too. That was the other. My mom's like, your cat is dumb. Yeah, thanks.
This one time,
It's the first cat I owned.
Traveling with the carnival. Well, apparently, this ride hasn't been out in a while. You're gonna run it. I don't remember the ride. I think it was like a swing ride or something. And I'm like, okay, I can run it. I'm checking over the ride before we do a test run. So like, alright. I noticed a mouse nest. When was this last out? He goes, 3 years ago. I said, did he now? Just putting it. He goes, it just got remodeled and repainted and we looked over, re-inspected.
Wow.
It should be good. So,
well, I lost the chat on the PS.
So,
for some odd reason.
I'm inspecting the ride after I get it together, and I'm inspecting the ride.
Your chat on Facebook is different than...
Yeah. For some odd reason, it cycled back through close to the beginning.
I'm looking all over the hydraulic hoses.
I have 128 comments on this stream. Last person.
Don't see no pinholes. Guy was like, "All right, run it." I don't see any mice or dogs. When I go to start the ride, the main hydraulic line burst.
I think I'm gonna have to call it here. Vince has stopped on the broadcast.
Apparently,
where's the place the tomatoes are sold at? Is that that's up near?
Yeah, that's the pallet.
North Cooperative and the dairy and stuff.
It says it says pallet distributor.
But on the side, okay, that's right. It says something different on the actual menu.
Yeah.
The price menu says something different.
Yeah. It says pallet distributor. Right. That's where it goes. Okay, 6 within.
I knew it was.
Hi.
I knew it was something goofy like that. Oh, hey, 6.
So then I try to turn on the lights, and I'm like, you know, because there's lights on the ride, you know, flip the switch, and there's no lights. What the hell's going on? After I emergency stopped the ride, the main hydraulic line bursted. Come to find out, the mice chewed the hydraulic line and the electrical line.
Yep, mice will do that when they get into stuff like that.
My boss was pissed.
There's something about the coating on the wiring that I don't know, it tastes like food to them. Same thing when if you get like mice in a car, if you start a car for a long time, mice can sometimes get in and destroy the wiring.
I'm doing great. I'm doing real great there, 6. Can't complain.
So
I got a new toy yesterday, and I've got it installed. If you take a look in the right-hand corner, you might see me sitting on the couch in comfort.
So, you know, he delivered, like, the next day, new hydraulic line.
Yeah, as Charles put it, now we got to look at his ugly mug while we're watching him play. But if you're lucky, you'll catch a picture of his dog every once in a while, so.
Yeah. I did have a visit from him.
Yeah, I just looked down and noticed he's not there again, Al.
No, he's not there.
Like, nope,
he woke up. He's had enough something else. He's more interested in what's going on out in the kitchen.
I'm going to call it, well, there's probably food involved there.
Yeah. Most cases.
So, you know, he replaced those lines.
No, that's not me.
What?
6 months said, oh, he thought that was me in the picture. And that's not me.
No, this is me. Charles.
I got more hair than that, and I'm not. My hair's not gray. What are you talking about? Plus, I take up a lot more of the frame. What the heck was that sign for?
So he replaced those lines.
Access the function. Access to farm.
Itchy eye.
Access to farm. What?
Alright, I gotta get ready to go to work, guys.
I figured, see, I had ordered it about a week ago, and when I got it in the mail yesterday, I said, this is where I get to pull a surprise on a bunch of people. Only a few people knew I had ordered it, and I let them know that I had it, gotten it.
The better question is, how many of the people who knew you ordered it remembered you had ordered it?
That I don't know.
Because I totally forgot. I was like, oh, that's right, he did talk about getting the camera, didn't he? When you told me it arrived yesterday.
I can't guarantee every stream will have my ugly mug in here, but you're gonna see me on occasions.
I don't think I'll ever get one. I don't like the way I look on camera.
I have a fancy radio. That's why I'm getting a mask.
Oh my god. There was a video I saw the other day. It was hilarious. It was a guy doing like a Zoom meeting, but it was like this real serious looking meeting because like all the other guys in it, there was like 4 people, and one of they're both are wearing like suits and stuff in the Zoom meeting. Somehow he got the filter stuck on a cat, so his frame it looked like a talking cat. He goes, I don't know what to do, guys. I'm apparently a cat now. It was this little kitten. It was so funny. I don't know how the other guys in the call. I would have been dying laughing if I'd been on that call. And one of my co-workers is suddenly a cat talking. I wouldn't have been able to hold it together. Oh my god. Bro. That's good to know, that's good to know, Six.
Yeah.
God. Now we're gonna have that frightening image of if he's got the camera pointing out the window or something. Oh god, he doesn't have his teeth. I mean, he's probably naked. It'd be more frightening if it was the reverse. If he only turned it on when he didn't have his teeth in and was naked. Oh shoot, I made the wrong turn. Story of this map. I made a wrong turn.
I gotta buy a mask from Amazon.
Like a Halloween mask or something?
No, I found a monkey mask.
Oh jeez.
Oh lordy. I can imagine what that'd be like.
We're gonna, if we would have gotten together at Christmas time with everybody, we were gonna order 7 monkey masks. We always joke about first side of the family being monkeys, so we were gonna order 7 monkey masks for everybody. Stand up and take a picture of the monkey.
You still watching it, Lion?
I want to see Six Wheel and navigate Chamberg Valley.
Yeah, me too. It is.
That would be the ultimate 6-wheel in map tour.
Yep, it would be.
The way I figured, I'll get used to the way the road network in this map works right about the time I get tired of playing the map.
Yeah. He said laughing out loud, I will do it.
Well, nothing beats driving down the road and you're sitting there going, oh shit, I want to be on that overpass. I don't get
And then when you try to do that, you run into a barbed wire fence. Oh, I can't go that way.
Right. Yeah, no cheating and turning the fences off either. I really love, I mean, I really love the farmyard on this one. Just the uniqueness of that, the road, you know, like the overpass.
Overpass road with that little cubby hole in there. Yeah.
Yeah, and how I mean, how the things are built into the wall, built into the side of the mountains on this map. And yeah, I really am enjoying this map.
Everywhere you turn, there's a surprise.
I'm harvest. God, I really wish there was a bigger tomato harvester though. Oh, he'll do it this weekend. All right. We'll look forward to seeing that.
Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. It's already noontime. I normally do a 2-hour skip, but I figured I'd do a little longer. Being as I did the face reveal
it's funny.
today.
I saw that pop up. Yeah. I had thought about streaming this map too. I was like, I might do a stream on this map. I might still, because I'm really seriously thinking of starting over again, because I just messed some stuff up.
Well, all I know is the pig food production, you can't use it. That
It don't work?
There's no activation trigger for you to activate it to make pig food.
Do you have? I was gonna say, do you have to activate them? Because maybe they're already activated since they're built into the map.
No, because you have to activate them just like you do your animal pens.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I did the cheese and the TMR
well, I know you
factories.
have to buy.
The TMR factories.
Yeah, I know you have to buy the land they're on.
Yeah, I bought the land.
Huh. I see. I got rid of the. I bought the land with the TMR factory on it, and then wanted to sell the land back. And I sold the TMR factory because I wasn't going to use it. I wanted the slots.
Hey, we'll let you sell it, would it?
No, because when you buy the TMR factory, the thing shows up in your inventory as a placeable. So when you go to sell the property, it would say you can't sell this land because it has placeable on it.
Right.
So in order to sell it back, and I'm just assuming the same will be for the pig factory, for the pig food factory, if you buy its land and try to sell it back. Yeah. So now, oddly enough, when you buy the dairy, the cheese factory, that doesn't show up in your inventory as a placeable.
No. Okay.
Which I thought was a little odd.
But those are the 3 factories that's been installed into the map.
Pre-installed, right? Because then you can put down, because there's a ton of placeables, other places on the map. And the only thing he did to change the factories was the fact that you have to put diesel in them for them to work now.
Well, the cheese factory doesn't require diesel. It does not require diesel. All it requires is the sheep milk.
Okay. Well, the
pig food and the TMR
other one do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then if you put placeable ones down. Oh, I found where you activate the pig food.
Where?
If you go around on the side of it, I'll take a picture and I'll send it to you. But
I walked all the way around that building.
I'm standing between the 2 doors and the sign. I took a picture facing up at the sign on the building so you can see. But I'm standing in between the 2 doors. I'm standing, well, that was just to give you a perspective of where I'm standing. What side of the building I'm standing on. It's where the loading dock is.
Right.
And then there's like a man door and like a garage door over on the side. I just walked up to them and got real close to them, and it opens up.
I'm right on top of it.
The dialogue box. Move over a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. It should be right there. Did you buy the land?
Yeah.
That's weird, because that's right where it's at.
Oh. Duh. Here's your sign.
What?
I didn't buy it.
You don't own the property.
You don't know the land.
Now I do.
Oh. Yeah, now you should be able to activate it.
I activated it.
I didn't realize you had to do that on it, but...
I thought I had bought it.
That happened to me.
I could have swore I bought that.
Biogas plant the other day. Yeah, I thought I bought the biogas plant yesterday, and because it wasn't showing up in my list of sale points, and then it turned out I hadn't actually bought it.
Well, we got that little issue fixed. I thought I had bought it. Okay. Nothing wrong with it then. I guess I'll be making pig food. Oh. I just harvested some corn.
You said the...
Corn and oats.
I haven't really looked at the sheep. So is this where... Oh, so you have to actually activate the cheese too. I didn't know that. Huh. Well, I might as well activate it since I own it. Where do you...
Slow down, horsey.
Dropped it off way over here. Jesus. And I'm assuming this is where the pallets will spawn. Funny how that fresh cheese one doesn't look like any of the other ones. I won't show up.
Alright, now I can get that pig food factory rolling. That makes my day.
What? Rennet?
Hey, Gunner!
Sheep.
How
Okay,
you
put sheep
doing?
milk. Hey, Gunner. Well, there's two things listed on the pin information for the cheese production one. It says sheep milk, and then I don't know what is rennet.
Rennet is is just like, I know what you're saying. Let me take a look at that real quick.
Yeah, I don't know what you have to put in this. I mean,
the thing is, what I don't understand, where
I think that's a translation error.
Yeah, I saw that word rennet. Rennet, I think that's the condition. That's like the cleanliness part, where you would have to clean that. Because if you take a look at the top, it means cleanliness.
Huh.
But on the two TMR and the pig farm, it shows the pen information conditions, which is diesel. It just takes place of what you see here: cleanliness, water, straw, and pellets. That's called the pen information. Then you got your
it's taking the spot of the diesel on the other ones.
Right.
Huh. He's home for lunch.
Yeah.
But the nice thing living at your house is closer to your work and come.
That little bit of cheese doodle and a couple cookies this morning didn't curb my appetite a little bit, but now I'm looking for something more stable.
Yeah.
And then once I get off here, I'm going to go outside and play outside where it's nice and in the 80s.
Gotta rub it in.
Rub.
Oh, it's 80 degrees. It's sunny. I know it's sunny where you guys are at, and it's only 40, but... Oh, wait a minute. Nope. It is... Oh, it got to 50.
There you go.
Whew. Time to break out the shorts.
I gotta open up a window.
It actually feels like 50, too.
That's good.
54 feels like...
Yeah, it says 50, real feel 50.
Now you got me curious. Pause this for a second. 81. It didn't go up any higher. Of course, we got the rest of the afternoon.
See, I give it about... If the temperatures stay like this or raise a little bit, I give it about 2 weeks before we start seeing docks going in the water. And boats being put in the water.
Alright, I got 3 hours in this stream. I'm gonna have to call it. I'd like to thank everybody for coming in.
Decided to pick up here again.
I appreciate the support and everything. And if it wasn't for a few of you people stopping in and the support with the people in the chat, I wouldn't have never got that many comments today. So on that note, Auf Wiedersehen.
Oh, shucks.
Well, my help if I get the right setting come up.